What's up guys, Maxim here, welcome back to another video. Yeah, there's a lot of things to cover because today in this video we're going to be having a look at the 30th developer note. And yeah, this is like came yesterday before the live stream where they announced like ReZero collab and everything. So yeah, before jumping into it, if you guys are not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. We post 7 Deadly Sins videos daily. And please, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, as all likes are really appreciated and do help the channel to grow. With that being said, let's jump right into it. So basically they started like the thingy by saying that they took like various opinions and suggestions and concerns from people that play 7 Deadly Sins, which is good when the game they're actually listening to. And they made like some changes, which is like the first one is actually they're going to be adding a stage where you can actually farm Super Awakening coins, which is really good. The only issue and my biggest concern when it comes to this is that they are going to be adding it to the time limit dungeon. So each week, if you guys notice, after like each patch notes, you're going to be receiving like some sort of like sand clock, which opens up like the anvil farming thingy. And my biggest concern is that you're going to be sacrificing one key in which you can actually farm anvils for Super Awakening coin. I don't know. I was kind of hoping that you can actually like make another key just for this one. But I mean, they're gonna be giving like Super Awakening coins for free, which is very good, because this is like one of the huge handicaps for free to play, in my opinion, is that it actually Super Awakening, because you cannot try out like different characters unless you have like old levels for them. Because if you guys are not familiar, Super Awakening is actually really hard, and it used to be harder before, but they actually like patch noted, and it's actually very related to ultimate level. So if you don't have to like the old level, like if it's not like 4-6 or 5-6, you have to like what I like to call like pay taxes for them, and which is means like you have to like pay like extra Super Awakening coins in order to like to Super Awaken a certain character. And yeah, that's a huge handicap, because you're not getting enough coins unless you're actually summoning. And of course, like if you're not summoning, then you're not going to be getting old levels as well. So that's a huge handicap for free to play, especially. For example, like I've been playing the game for almost 5 months now, and I've been summoning on almost every banner, and I'm still like struggling with Super Awakening characters, especially if I don't have like old levels for them. Also, like to carry on with the dev notes, they're going to be like expansion of Super Awakening coin supply destinations. So basically, like for each, like I think before like main floors, you usually get like 7 Super Awakening coins there. They're going to be removing that from the Tower of Trials. So they actually said, first of all, the Tower of Trials content that was previously able to obtain Super Awakening coins on a regular basis will be reorganized into high difficulty targeting content according to its original purpose. So they're going to be making the Tower of Trials like much more difficult and more like end game kind of thing, where it's going to be staying like all year around. And the only thing that they're going to be doing is that making updates and increasing stages. So that instead of like having like seasons for Tower Trials, we're going to be having one season where they're going to be adding like different like stages, which is really good, because it's actually set a goal for players, and also like a content where you can actually work on your characters and work on a certain team in order to like to climb the Tower Trials. So it's actually really good. So instead of like waiting from 1 week to another for a certain like content in the game, you don't have to like to sit tight. You can actually work on your characters and try the Tower Trials and see how good your characters has became. So it's actually really good. And the only downfall is that they're going to be removing those extra rewards, or like the Super Awakening. Like I mentioned earlier, they're going to be adding them to the stage, the timer stage. I think you can actually open the timer for like 30 minutes and farm Super Awakening coins. My biggest like concern right now is that anvil farming is actually really hard if you don't have like old levels, and if they actually gonna make Super Awakening really hard to farm as well, free to play might struggle, because like for example, like the anvil farming, like the the late or the highest difficulty, you need like at least like the best team for it is actually 6-6 Escanor, the one Escanor, and also like what like 6-6 Festival King, I believe, and Green Gother as well, in order to like to get the highest or like the maximum amount of anvils. And that's my biggest concern, to be honest, because a lot of people are already struggling with it. So I don't know. I hope like the Super Awakening stage is actually like easier, because like you have to keep in mind that there is a lot of people that are not spending on the game and they're just like playing it for fun. So I have big concerns when it comes to that. So I hope like this, because like they we're going to like to actually check it out like later on these dev notes. They're going to be introducing like 5-star Super Awakening as well. So we don't know how much like or how many Super Awakening does that requires, and it's also like going to be related to old levels. So for example, like if you're going to be Super Awakening the one Escanor, like from 0 to actually like 5-star Super Awakening, and you have like 1-6 the one Escanor, you're probably going to be struggling a lot when it comes to Super Awakening coins. So instead of like using 3 for each level or 9 as you go up, you're probably going to be ending up like using like 40 Super Awakening coins or 50 in total. So, and that's like a really high kind of like amount of Super Awakening coins. So we have to wait and actually see. This update already came to JP, and but I didn't check it out yet, so I have to like to log into my JP account and actually check it out. In addition, we're planning to arrange to receive rewards equivalent to the amount of Super Awakening coins and some goods that we were obtained from Texting Tower Trials. So they're still talking about the Tower Trials and how they're going to be adding like new kind of rewards when it comes to Tower Trials. So this is like the dungeon that we talked about earlier, which is like an addition by adding a new dungeon within the time limit dungeons. High efficiency content is added that you allow to acquire a large amount of Super Awakening coins that you need. Again, like the dungeon is going to be open for like 30 minutes. In addition, we'll continue to support Super Awakening coins reward through events, etc. This is really, really good because at least they give some Super Awakening coins to help like struggling and free-to-play players to reduce the burden of Super Awakening through the Tower Trials and the Tower of Disaster returns. I really hope that these are going to stay like all the time, because this is like a really good objective rewards or something. So it's actually really, really good because you don't get gems or something like very, very significant, but it's something like some content. And I hope like they're going to be always in the game and you just like open up stages each time. So that would be awesome. And to feel the satisfaction of growth of the hero, in addition, in order to relieve the burden of adventure for the part where the need of temporary Super Awakening coins, yeah, they're going to be giving 100 Super Awakening coins, which is nice. That's like approximately 3 to 4 fully Super Awakened character. So it's actually really, really nice that they're going to be like temporarily relieving like the how hard or the burden of Super Awakening. 100 is not that much when you think about it, because that is like almost like 150 units or like maybe less. So and that requires a huge number of Super Awakening coins. Of course, you don't have to like to Super Awaken like each character, but at the same time, I'm thinking like at the long term, you want to try out like certain characters and so on. I feel like Super Awakening should be much easier to access. I don't know, it's just me, but it's like if you're not gonna pay like, or you're not getting like the weekly packs where you should get like the dungeon keys and so on, you don't get to like to level a lot of characters. And this is a huge struggle. So I don't know how free-to-plays are going to be reacting to this. We have to wait and see. Afterwards, the opening of additional stages of Super Awakening will be carried out more carefully after this opening of Super Awakening and improvement of supply of goods. This is actually really, really good. New Annihilation Warfare and Super Evolution opening. This is the increase of level to level 90, and I think New Annihilation, it means the raids. The translation is not good because we're actually translating this from Korean, but Annihilation, which is like Raids is the content of representing 7 deadly sins of Grandcross, and it can be said that it's position of the core content where the hero evolves through annihilation battles and expands to play content by attacking the raid or the annihilation battle, as they call it here, of higher difficulty with a grown hero. That's actually really good because it didn't add like a raid or a new raid since like the red boss, and people are actually getting redundant stuff and they're kind of getting bored of it. And especially if you've been playing the game for like a year now since like its release, this is going to be really boring for you because you're going to be doing like 6 demons every day. So we have to see what kind of like raid they're going to be introducing. I'm really excited for this one because they can actually introduce like the maybe the Demon King as a raid where you can get a super evolution, like they call it, to level 90, and you get like materials from the Demon King. That would be very good. I'm really excited for the new kind of raids because that's like they call it here. It's the main core of the game. So I'm really excited for that. So we plan to introduce a new high level annihilation through an update in April. That's really soon. I'm guessing like this update is going to be coming to global by probably June or something. So keep that in mind. That is actually coming to global very soon. Raid is a content that is directly linked to growth. So you get materials like horns and stuff to actually level up characters from like 60 to 80. And yeah, this raid it's not going to be different. I'm guessing like this raid is going to be specifically directed to level up like characters from 80 to 90. So these are the materials that you need. But yeah, might as well like start doing raids like regularly if you're not doing, because they're really essential, and plus like you get cosmetic enhancement stones and they're really important. An update to raise the level super these are like the level 90 that they talked about earlier. We currently discussing the internal direction of new annihilation method and super evolution opening and play balance being adjusted. Okay, these actually just like saying thank you and sorry. Okay. My thoughts on this. I'm really concerned when it comes to like the free players. Like free-to-play players are probably going to be struggling because, like I said, they can open up the dungeon, but it's not easy to farm the dungeons, right? You can get like a certain amount of Super Awakening coins, but it's not gonna be enough to Super Awaken a lot of characters, and especially like if they actually introduce like a final bosses, you're probably going to be forced to get like to Super Awaken a certain character. So you're going to be sacrificing one character for another. But I have to like to wait and see in order to before like I make like a decisive kind of decision when it comes to this. But I'm really skeptical. It's not Marble we're talking about. They want to force people to summon more because like everything is actually related to summoning. If you need stamina pots, you're going to have to summon in order to get silver coins. If you need to super awaken characters, you need coins, and if you want to buy stuff from the coin shop, you need to summon as well. Understandable, it's a gacha game after all, but free-to-play players are actually one of the core of this game as well. They keep the game alive. But we have to wait and see. These are the things that you need to know from the 30th developer note in the that is already got released on JP today, and I'm really excited because we need new content, we need new raids and everything and so on. I'm a bit skeptical about the Super Awakening, but I could be wrong again. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Are you guys excited for the 5-star Super Awakening or not? And if you are, let me know and share your thoughts as well. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.